welcome to the next part in our Dishonored 2 Let's Play. My name is Nalam, and sorry for the late start. I had some issues with OBS and the NVIDIA streaming. I've switched it over to X264, and we'll see how that performs. Previous stream we had issues with the frame rate dropping quite a bit and the audio levels, so if you notice any issues, please call it out, as I'd like to get it to a better quality if we can. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump into things now. Okay, so we'll continue where we left off, which we had just gotten onto the boat. Who was it? We had somebody came to visit. Damn it, what's the controls? No, that's not right. Already forgotten the controls. Keyboard. How do we get into our menu? Journal J, that's it. Right, J. So we had gotten over to the boat. Seem to have any information about that. Ship launch protocol. Okay, anyway. So we woke up and here we are. We gotta move around.
What is this place? Where am I?
Okay. So clearly we are not on a boat.
I can feel something moving closer. Watching.
Empress Emily Kaldwin. I'm a friend of your father's from the bad old days. Never expected us to meet. I watched your mother die at the hands of schemers who wanted your little empire. Then you were rescued by a killer in a strange mask. I thought that was the end of the excitement. But Delilah and the Duke are flies in the ointment, aren't they? How many of your own subjects are you ready to slaughter? And what are you willing to become? 15 years ago, I asked Corvo that last question. This is the moment that changed him. Now it's your turn, Emily.
I'll go with, I'm going to accept the outsider's mark because I'm interested in that side of it. I might do my own playthrough with no powers at some point, but so we're going to go with this for now.
burns from the inside. I feel like I'm standing at the edge of something. All the stories, they're true. Incredible. This is how I'm going to save my father and reclaim the throne. What is that? It feels familiar.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Mother? You're here, but you're not here. In my hand, but somewhere else.
Only the last of my essence, with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
Alright, so was there an icon around here? I thought I saw something. Take a look again. Maybe it was that. Okay, let's keep going. Yes. Okay, so it was not going in exactly the wrong direction. Right.
Who is Delilah really? How could she? I don't understand.
Delilah slit a man's throat for a pair of shoes and painted some of the most brilliant portraits of the age, all in the same year. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes sycophants of those around her. All of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game, and now she's an empress. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
was 10 years old, bored with my lessons, I dreamed about sword fighting and sailing the ocean. Now I'm realizing that the world is more off-kilter than I imagined. Everything has been turned inside out, but I'm not gonna stop fighting until it makes sense again. Karnaka's the southernmost port in the Empire, once proud but fallen into disarray. Under the new Duke, the Grand Serkonan Guard has gotten increasingly aggressive.
Hello, Clodagh. Welcome.
Beatings and firing squads. The bloodflies are said to be worse than ever. This is the birthplace of my father. Megan Foster keeps to herself, like she's hiding something. But she helped me escape Dunwall, and for now, I need a place to stay out of sight. Delilah and the Duke made me look like a murderer, using the Crown Killer to butcher my political adversaries. They took what was mine, and I'm gonna get it back, even if I have to burn this city to the ground.
Okay, so how's the audio levels, Clodagh? I messed around with OBS a bit. Hopefully they're good. Hopefully the frame rate is good as well. I had an issue starting up. I think my graphics drivers updated, which just OBS did not like. So I had to switch it to using X264 to encode, which uses the CPU rather than graphics card. So great. See if it's all good. That's great. So let's pick this up, and we have bone charms, runes and acquiring powers. Runes can be used to acquire supernatural powers. Open the journal and go to Powers tab to exchange runes for powers. Bone charms. Bone charms provide minor supernatural benefits. Locate them by listening for the song they emit, or use the heart to detect them from further away. By default, you can activate up to 5 bone charms at once in the bone charms section of the journal. Right, so duelist look. Bullet packs, a slight chance of containing +1 pistol bullet. Okay. The mouse is a bit laggy. That's not nice. Void favor. Sometimes supernatural powers consume no mana. Okay, cool. Powers. Alright. So we have started off with this far reach, which allows us to traverse long distances. So that's pretty cool. And we can upgrade that now. What's this? Far reach. Pull yourself rapidly across the distance. Strategic tips. Primarily a means of locomotion, far reach is also useful for avoiding enemies. Aim the power at the ground or a structure in front of you. Pull yourself forward rapidly. Or cast it at overhead ledges to pull yourself upwards. Yeah, so decelerate. If you're falling, time is briefly slowed as you aim far reach. If aiming far reach while falling, time slows, allowing you to move with more precision and to change direction. Pull objects. That's probably going to be pretty useful. Let's go back for a moment. Yeah. Dark vision. See better in darkness. Observe living beings through walls. That is always useful, I think. I think I'll go with that. Okay. Limited resources. It's not what you're used to living in a palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what? Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting two hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs, they'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it could make the difference against the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on this crossbow as a gift for you. If you need it modified, those shops can help with that as well. Megan. Okay, there's something here. Goodbye, Karnaka, a musician's farewell. 12th. Well, it was pure luck, but I managed to get myself passage to Morlaix aboard a decent ship. The Dreadful Whale, it's called. Is that a mistake? Shouldn't it be the Dreadful Whale? Like the sea beast, I didn't want to risk pointing something like that out to the captain, that Foster lady. She looks like the sort to dump a disagreeable passenger overboard without a second thought. 14th. Goodbye, Karnaka. I won't miss you. Times are getting bad there. I don't know what's more unbearable. Breathing mine dust all day long, or hearing the constant ramblings of Duke Luca Abel. Abel. Over the street speakers. Every bar I played in, some drunk asked me to sing a song, either making the Duke sound like a hero of the people or the opposite, the worst villain in a generation. I got sick of it pretty fast. It will take a few weeks to get to Morlaix, give or take some days, depending on the currents and winds, but I appreciate the company of Captain Foster and the other passengers. A Tivian scholar, I think. I try to help out around the boat as much as I can, cooking, cleaning and repairing stuff, playing the guitar for them at night. I hope they don't throw me to the sharks when they find out I'm dirt broke. I won't be able to pay my fare when we reach Morlaix. 19th. Morlaix food seems to suit Captain Foster. She likes the way I use lots of sugar and toss a shot of whiskey into all my recipes, even if she groused at the end of the week for how many of the supplies I'd gone through. 24th. Spent the night on deck with Megan and Anton, though he slept in a chair nearby, wrapped in a good hair blanket that looks like it hasn't been washed since it was on the goat's back. I played the guitar while Megan and I drank rum and whiskey, saying sad old Sarkonan ballads and giving silly names to the stars. She even hummed along with me when she got drunk enough, but mostly preferred to listen. Said I have the same voice as someone she knew once, a long while back. Off and on I hear her playing the same old audiograph in her cabin, making me wonder if that's who she was talking about. Maybe I'm feeling jealous. 28th. What a fool I am, trying to kiss Megan down in the engine room. She didn't even yell, just smiled a sad smile like you would at a child who still believes in night spirits. Tomorrow we'll reach Morlaix, and I'll disappear as quietly as I can. I've decided to leave her my Sarkonan guitar as a souvenir, and the only payment I can afford. I hope she'll forgive me, and that she'll find whoever she's looking for. Travelogue. Edge of the world, Dishonored. My father was lost, turned to stone by Delilah. Those words don't even seem real. Witchcraft, something I never would have believed possible, but now I have to believe in it, so I can believe that it can be undone. Delilah claims to be my aunt, the rightful heir. Truth or lies? All I know is that she used magic to take my throne, aided by that weasel Duke Abel. They must have been working on their plans for years, buying disloyalty with promises. Even Ramsay, captain of the City Watch, planting in everyone's mind the idea that my father and I could be responsible for those monstrous killings, that one or both of us were the crown killer. I'm not in a trusting mood, but Megan Foster says she knows Anton Sokolov, our old royal physician, and she helped me escape the coup. So she's all I have right now. We're sailing for Serkonos. My Dunwall, my home, is no longer safe for me, but I never really was safe. I never really will be. The sooner I get that through my skull, the better. The Void. This time it wasn't a dream. I read about the Void and the Outsider, imagined them. Now I've seen these wonders for myself. Strange doesn't begin to cover it. The Outsider has terrible eyes, black on black. He offered me something. I know these gifts come with a price, but how could I refuse? This power might give me the edge I need to defeat Delilah and Duke Abel. I'll worry about paying the cost later. And what price will I pay for his other gift? My mother's beloved voice, trapped in the strangest contraption. It is both comforting and chilling to be able to talk to her again, and yet it's not entirely the person I knew anymore. This thing, the heart, it's there and not there. I have to focus in a new way to even see it. We've arrived at the southernmost tip of the Empire. Strange fragrances all around. Salt fish, spice. I don't know how to blend in here. I don't know what to eat or where to go, but this is where my father was born. So part of me belongs here too. And these are my people. Or they were until my throne was stolen by Delilah. I'm coming for you, Delilah. With my new powers, all I need now is a plan. Investigating Addermire Institute. This boat captain, Megan Foster. She helped me escape the coup, but she's giving me the side eyes when she thinks I'm not looking. She's all I've got for the moment, though. Soon I hope Anton Sokolov will be joining us. My old teacher. Keenest intellect in the Empire. Filthy mouth. Gone and got himself abducted. Megan says he was last seen being dragged toward Addermire Institute by the Crown Killer, which makes no sense to me unless the killer is a patient there. Maybe he needs medicine or something. But how can a deranged patient be working for the Duke and Delilah? Addermire's chief alchemist might know. Alexandria Hypatia. Yeah. She's been running this place for years. She's famous for curing the miners' diseases. If she knows anything, I'll make her talk. Maintenance list. Repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room when he was taken. It's been weeks now. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home. The show of faith that he will be coming back. Unblock the storage door. Looks like something fell on the other side and I really need to sell stuff locked up in there to make some coin. Pay the port tax and the look the other way fees to those Grand Guard bastards before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the money. Seems like it so far. I think that graphics driver update has given some issues to my PC because I'm getting some lag in the movement. Let's see. I'm gonna drop the graphics down. Let's go with that. Yeah, that seems better.
You've explained part of it, but what were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn Corvo.
There are reports about tensions rising, corruption, street violence. I didn't give it much mind. Usually the local authorities resolve that sort of thing.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermire Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermire. All right. I'll get inside. The Crown Killer has to be eliminated, and if the alchemist will cooperate, maybe I can learn something about what happened to Sokolov. Wish me luck.
If you need my luck, Sokolov's as good as dead. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around. We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Yeah. The FPS is dropping like crazy. Okay. Let's drop the graphics down again and see, maybe that'll do something. But I'll probably just have to go and get a new graphics card if I'm going to be streaming and playing at the same time. Let's see. Cool arrows.
Always tinkering, painting, or living life with gusto. That's Sokolov.
That look any better, Clara? Still getting some lag on the game itself for me. A reflection on my journey to the Pandician continent. A collection of mine by Anton Sokolov. Introduction. A colleague of mine owns a stunning map of the known world, adorned with curlicues and sea beasts. It has a cherished spot over her mantle. She paid handsomely for it and was so bristled when I enumerated the various errors, chief among them, of course, the size and placement of the Pandician continent. Oh, how cartographers are loath to show how small and distant our empire really is compared to that giant landmass, as if Pandicia were but a few days' journey from Aran. Every veteran ship captain knows that it takes months to reach those shores. I had no doubt that Pandicia was rich in resources, but a place must be understood if we ever hope to exploit its myriad treasures. These were my thoughts as I agreed to join the ill-fated expedition, and so it was on the third day of the month of Earth, under calm grey skies, the great sea vessel Antonia Aquilo set sail with captain and crew, researchers, and myself, 38 of us total, for what would be the most terrifying and spiritually draining experience of my life. The frames are dropping sometimes, but for the most part it's good. Okay, well, we'll keep going for now. If it gets really bad, then we'll probably stop. Sokolov's Notes Bloodfly Study. I've wondered whether I have another book in me, the bloodfly epidemic coupled with basic information on life cycle and behavior. Might make an excellent project for this old natural philosopher. Bloodflies are exotic insects, unlike anything else found in Serkonos. I suspect they originated on the Pandician continent. In groups of 3 or fewer, they are harmless. Individuals won't attack, leading me to speculate that each emits a scent that has a collective effect on larger numbers of bloodflies. Bloodflies are attracted to rapid movement and sound. Their nests can be broken apart, scattering the swarm, and in particular the nests are quite susceptible to fire. The insects require fresh corpses to lay their eggs, which hatch in breathtaking fashion after a very short time. More corpses in a Serkonan city, say during a crisis or plague, mean more bloodflies. Interestingly, in the last part of a bloodfly's life cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing the wings to drop off. Afterward, each bloodfly lives a solitary existence. Very odd. Bloodflies are largely restricted to the south, preferring warmer climates, like certain aging natural philosophers.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
So, we being fooled. Okay, so Anton Sokolov investigation notes. Why can't an old man enjoy his last years in a warmer climate, with good wines and spicy foods, without stumbling into another nest of aristocratic vipers, eager to coil around the heart of this empire? As I've learned more each week for months now, I've found my mind turning over the movements beneath the surface here in Karnaca. Duke Luca Abel and some inner circle that even seems to include Captain Mortimer Ramsey of the Dunwall City Watch, a betrayal that bogles the mind. How many others are involved? They aim their venom at our dear Empress, young Emily, that much is certain, but when will they strike, and how? Do I dare spend another month gathering stray bits of esoteric information, linking it together with what we already know? Can we even afford another week, or should Megan and I set out for Bristol tonight, taking this leaky tub up through the canal? Corvo will not hesitate. He will act as soon as I hand over what I know, and if I'm too hasty, it might be his undoing, coming home to his native Serkonos without some critical piece of knowledge about this affair. And then there's the Crown Killer to worry about. If that fiend is part of Duke Abel's schemes, as I suspect, how long until the Dreadful Whale catches the Duke's eye? Okay. It is not a happy camper.
Why is this here? It's Delilah.
incendiary bolts. A reflection on my journey to the Bendicine Continent 3 by Anton Sokolov, Chapter 15. At dawn I set out with the group that foraged east and included 2 other natural philosophers and 4 crewmen. We used blades to clear the vegetation that grew thickly here and slowly made our way away from the shore up a steep incline. Our purpose was to gather samples of the native plants for our research journals. I found myself pressing leaves and stems between pages and taking copious notes on several species of flora I surmised no human had ever set eyes on previously, when suddenly young Mr. Gravatt from the academy began hopping about and screaming wildly. Chance had bade him pick an unfortunate place to step. Aggressive ant-like creatures swarmed him from below. So many in number were his tiny attackers that they quickly lost sight of him under their onslaught. We finally managed to pull out Grant from the insects, acquiring several painful welts where we had come to his aid. Mr. Gravatt, however, was bitten or stung, as I would eventually discover. So many times he was barely recognizable. Swollen unto deformity over every inch of his person, moaning like a sick bull, he expired before we could carry him back to the beach. Luckily, some of the creatures still clung to him, providing me with precious samples.
Sometimes I remember the breeze on my skin.
No way out there. End up with that. Okay, let's go up. Okay, that's going to be in the water, I suspect.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Father. I promise.
So, there's a rune. Okay, cool.
The jewel of the South. My father's birthplace.
4. Chapter 16. 2 dead on our first day on the continent, but the new world was not sated and would have one more. None other than the captain himself. His group had found a cluster of small rodents, which, like rabbits and prairie moles, much like rabbits and prairie moles. The lure of fresh meat proved too much, and a temptation for our good captain, who had dined on scant fish and the same rations as the crew all these dreary months. He was able to grab one of the creatures with his bare hands, but the docile beasts were not so tame after all. Yep, almost ran out of breath, and the fish attacked me as well. That wasn't fun. So, having allowed the captain to pick it up, the creature became enraged and delivered several things from a gland hidden in its tail. The captain complained of a heat and itching where the stings had penetrated, but insisted they press on. He died of asphyxiation within a quarter hour. It was suddenly obvious to me that at this rate of attrition we would not only fail to sufficiently research the continent, but we might soon lack enough crew to make the return voyage. Something had to be done to save the venture, and so I immediately declared myself captain. On my orders, the remaining crew kept to the relative safety of the beach for the duration of the week, though I sent 2 young academy students armed with nets and cages to fetch a live sample of the prairie mole that had so swiftly killed the captain. As first and foremost, ours was a research expedition. Let's see. I do have. Where is it? I do have a way of healing, if I can remember. I can't offhand. Let's check options, gameplay. No, not gameplay. Controls. Or pretty sure I have one, so let's just use it. Get our health back.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Let's go see the streets where my father grew up.
Off we go then.
It won't do to be recognized.
Take you to Addermire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station.
So she sounded very different on the
Before
recording.
his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
Having more fun here than we were in Dunwall, it seems.
Watch yourself on the way to Addermire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I'll keep my head down.
This is a good spot. Reach Addermire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Addermire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Ooh. Laggy. Seems like it is very laggy now, which is probably the proximity of the city and just everything that's going on there. Turn the visuals down some more, see if that helps. Just go low. Okay, seems okay for me.
welcome to
That
our
is
daughter's
blood,
stranger.
yes.
No need to cover your face. There's not much dust from the mines down here at the docks.
Yeah.
Careful! What ship was that out there? The skipper?
Up in Dreadful Whale. No, it's not on the registry. Maybe one of the recent importers from Mordor.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take a squad on board and conduct a search. Give the crew time to load up whatever contraband they're no doubt waiting on. Well, no more than
Good thought. They give us a piece of the cookie.
That's Addermire in the distance.
then we all split the take.
Just don't forget about me.
Alright then. Maybe a little more. Damn, the light is amazing, but I'm going sunblind.
It's gonna be brine hagfish again.
You still eat meat? Blood flies and all. Not sure it's safe.
Of course I am.
I mean, I trust my judgment. How can
There you go, that's where the blood's coming from.
That's what happens when you're half starved all the time.
Sure. Hello there. Let's see what you got.
What are you covering your face for?
Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. Restrictions are now in place due to the political assassination
Maybe I just won't pay at all.
So little. It was never meant to be this way. This city is a place of riches, but not all get a seat at the banquet table.
That is the whale. So that's what this processed whale oil is what powers everything.
One more word, Maya. I'm finished with this guy. Let's rush him. Promise you work.
The heart, what I took, it was a ruin.
If I see anything, I'll run.
Here?
First, I'll yell
Huh? What? Help me! Someone! Anyone! Someone! Protect me!
Okay.
Fellow Serkonans, let us rejoice at the crowning of our new Empress Delilah Kaldwin I, and the imminent arrival of His Grace Luca Abel, Duke.
Hard times under the Duke and his Grand Guard. A man has to be ready for anything.
Duke's return to Karnatha. All official government activity will be put on hold as the Duke recovers from.
Don't be greedy, friend.
Near the Grand Palace.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light, I've heard people sneaking through this blood-fly-infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint. Let's hope you never need help.
I don't know. I gave him 5 gold. I think the least he could do is give me those. I gave him 5 gold.
An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
have something that might interest you. My name's Mindy Blanchard, and you look like someone who goes into places where you don't belong. Wanna help me with something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermire Institute. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
A body? That's odd. From where?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it, then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll think about it.
So many hands built this place. And it is so grand. Oh, so grand. It could have been a paradise for all.
Lots of stuff around here.
Come in. If you've found this place, I'll trade with you.
The heart. You mean the rune that I took from the whale's mouth? Or the heart that I was holding? Yeah. So you, at the beginning of chapter 2, where we left off, when you wake up, you don't wake up on the boat. And going through that section, one of the things, along with the powers, one of the things you get is the heart. But it allows you to detect the bone charms and the runes from greater distance. And then when it beats faster, you're close to one of them. So there. Cost 400. I have that. Let's go for it.
Deal.
Location of sunken supplies. Parasailers pass along the location of a boat that's sunk in the bay, containing supplies.
Glad we could
Go
do
for it.
business.
Sleep darts 2.
You won't regret it. Come back soon. I mean, if I'm still here.
Okay, I've got 3. Pull objects. Yeah, go for it. So if I get that heart again, See all those icons? The heart shows you that. The closer you are, the more it lights up and beats. And then when you don't have it equipped like this, as you get closer, it'll beat kind of in the background. Yeah, like the scanner in No Man's Sky.
Fellow Circonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement.
Just remember to move slowly and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead and the place is infested with blood flies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
If you want out of the city as bad as I do, this is our chance.
No. More likely we all get stung to death. Then we end up hatching more blood flies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
Damn it, Carl.
All right. Don't turn on each other. We'll find another way to make the coin. And another way to get past the wall of light.
So you can see there from that there's multiple ways to get to your location.
What's all the fuss? Or whatever it is, I got more important things.
Plan your way number 2. The Wall of Light is a dangerous security system from the age of the Rat Plague. Those not attuned are burned to ashes upon passing through. This wall of light is powered by a windmill, but others are fueled by removable whale oils tanks. You can bypass the wall of light in a variety of ways. Shut down the windmill to disable the wall of light. Explore nearby apartments to find an alternate path. Brave the bloodfly infested building back toward the dockyard. Possess a rat and find a small passage. Climb through the window above the wall of light.
Being hunted by half the people in the Empire. Part of me is excited about what happens if they find me.
Please? It's too late for that, Rapallo. Guess what happens next? No. This is how we get rid of snitches. Remember, if anyone asks, he just ran through it. Yeah, we couldn't stop him.
Okay.
Hey, sure, there's a windmill turning right up there.
Your face is covered. Grand Guard won't like that.
Careful.
Are you coming tonight?
Nah, not this time.
Fellow Circonans, in the Duke's absence, I have the following announcement.
Okay, is there anywhere else we can go?
Interference in our affairs. Travel and distrust is restricted to those carrying the appropriate permits, including citizens moving between home and work.
As always.
To hinder the Grand Guard in their enforcement duties.
That's no way to live.
Any complaints as to the behavior of the
So,
Grand Guard?
look at that. Wall of the Light, Overseer Outpost. So I think that's beyond the Wall of Light.
It's infested, all right. Move slow.
Clearing bloodfly nests. Linda, you're either brave or desperate to accept this job. We used to smoke flash bloodflies with full crews, but the infestations are bad now and they do cancel funding, so we got rid of the nest by hand. Here's what you need to know to stay alive. If you need to slip past a bloodfly swarm or nest, keep your distance and move slowly or they'll attack. When the bloodflies are calm, you're fine. If they take flight and start glowing, it's trouble. If you get swarmed, you gotta run away or fight, smash the bloodflies or burn them. Same for the nests. A bloodfly swarm will keep coming back until you destroy the nest for the swarm. That's really all you need to know. You'll do fine. Oh yeah, another thing. If you find any blood amber in a nest, just keep it as a bonus. But make sure the Grand Guard doesn't see it or they'll ask for some urban sanitation tax or whatever. Good luck.
Stay away from the nests and try to avoid getting filled with bloodfly venom and eggs.
Yeah, it probably stinks quite a bit. Those blood flies really kill the FPS. Is that it? I think that's all the incendiaries I had. It's probably a waste, but anyway. Traditional Serkonan Song 1. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She left one day to work as clay, but never did come back this way. They say she found a silver vein longer than the Empire's reign, running deep the miner's way, looking for the light of day. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She's down there still and always will, but be my sweet Elmira. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She's caught down in the deepest deeps, never eats and never sleeps. They say she sometimes calls my name, or that by now she's gone insane. Turning left and all about, searching for the right way out. Elmira, please come home, Elmira. She's down there still and always will. Be my sweet Elmira. Okay. Alright, it's above. Probably should have saved the incendiary arrows. So, right, where are we going? Wall of light, food. That's the wall of light. And we have lots of guards around here, which will probably attack me on sight. Tell you what you owe. They are big flies, yes. Okay.
Grand Guard soldiers, lapdogs for the Duke.
So I think this is about where I got when I played it first. So I don't know beyond this what happens.
My own back.
Oh, shit.
Oops.
Get off me! You won't get away! Blood flies! Help!
They killed enough. Alright, so what have we got? Can we jump down here?
What's going on here?
What was it?
I don't want to die.
Okay. Anybody sees me here, then it's not good.
Let's finish her. What do you want?
Okay. How far back are we going? Okay, not too bad.
More Grand Guard soldiers. Lapdogs for the Duke.
I thought I saw someone right here. Let's check the place just in case.
Something feels wrong.
That's it. Let's go.
Just gotta watch my back.
Oops.
End of the road, are you?
Throwing rocks at me.
I know you're here somewhere. You can't have gone far. Hey, here you! Don't let her escape!
A ball of light. From the time of
Oops. Yeah, I have it on hard mode rather than normal. Just need to be more careful. Now there's the window they were talking about. How would you get up to that on the other side? This guy's still here. Let's see if we open this and then move away. Maybe that'll.
more Grand Guard soldiers. Lapdogs for the Duke.
Huh? Oh no, don't let them bite you! Come back here! No! Get off of me! No! Shit! No! No! They're stinging me! You've been found guilty of standing in my way. No use running. You won't get away.
That seems like it's something.
I'll find you, you know. Shit, lost her. She might be someone close. Makes me so nervous. Where is she? Damn it. Not in the mood. Show yourself. Oh! Bad mover.
Okay. Stealth. I'd love to do it, but I'm not very good at it. So, throw something at the speakers. Probably. I don't know what the. I thought they had a weird sort of highlight on them when I saw them, but they don't seem to now, so.
You're not supposed to be here.
Oops.
Can't escape. You aren't going anywhere. Alpha leading. Lead you to the house. Come at me then.
They look like stronger guys. I think they were wearing face masters of them. Okay.
More Grand Guard soldiers. Lapdogs for the Duke.
Okay, how do we do this? Okay, if we get the blood flies, that'll kill one of them, but we gotta run away so we're not seen. There usually sees us.
Who's running around him? Blood flies! You won't get away! No, get off me! Shit! Come on, hell!
Okay, that's one down. Okay, so where did they go?
They all died. There was some old man screamed and blubbered like one of those last wounded guys. Tried to throw her a bouquet of wild roses. Out of the way.
Just taking a cleanup detail. Anyone been assigned yet to cart off the bodies? Sometimes you're still wearing watches.
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts. This area is restricted on the authority of the
looked up at
No one is
and
allowed
asked
inside.
what shrine to the outsider could be found across the aisle. My suspicions arose once, and I questioned her sharply.
Is that the body we need?
To playing alone in an empty wood carver shop at the edge of town. A stream day for a week. She crept back to that place, and there in the cellar I feel remorse.
Or that? Or one of those? Jesus.
Unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return.
Somebody's seen something.
Dig deep,
Now we're
brother.
on the ledge.
Remember that the
Heart can't
profane
take much
seeks to
more
hide
risk.
itself. And toppled into the canal. Her corruption was eradicated for the safety of all those who lived around her, all of you. We hardened ourselves to the cries of the apostate, to the heretic,
And in doing so, we save countless others from the horrible discord that awaits them beyond death.
There's somebody up there.
The flesh that is familiar.
Yes.
That of the fowl and sheep, the ox and fish from the cold ocean. Those who taste the flesh of the rat would risk drifting through the void for all the remaining hours of all.
Instead, they're made in a few locations, kept from us, and shipped out. Seems dangerous. Far worse to have the knowledge of construction materials scattered across the Isles. The metals used to make the devices aren't usually rare. The techniques, if applied by anyone but the most faithful, resolute overseers, would border on heresy. I suppose.
Don't think I can kill him. Or knock him out.
Never do. Exactly right. Much better to protect such a powerful tool. Assemble them in secret and dispatch them across the Empire where they're needed.
Anyone else around?
Supernatural.
Yes.
They will rise up among you like a virulent swarm, devouring everything wherever they go, even filth.
So, I don't think I can kill this one quietly. Yes. Just put him asleep. That'll do. And this guy over here. The other guy's gone, so. Key combination. Okay. 7 strictures.
A clever way to control the common folk.
Strictures to keep you safe. Remember the 7 strictures, especially rampant hunger, restless hands, wanton flesh. I don't know. I've never tested. Unsent letter to the High Overseer. Excuse me. Esteemed High Overseer Kulan, I hope you're in good health and not too nostalgic for Way Gone, which I'm told is striking this time of year. Forgive my stream of letters, but our problems in Serkonos are significant. Any insights you can offer would be welcome. Duke Abel is a travesty, openly disdainful for the Abbey, and yet I must maintain relations with him for the welfare of this nation. You've been called a unifier, something that Abbey greatly needed after the horrors of the rat plague. so your guidance would be of value. Under the Duke, the streets here are overrun with cutthroats. Paolo, and his gang grow bolder every day. Lastly, my recent correspondence with our oracular sisters has been troubling. The responses have arrived after making marked delay, and their recent proclamations possess an unusual cadence. Yours in faith, Vice Overseer Liam Byrne. I kind of think they're knocked out until like you just that you don't have to worry about them again, but I don't actually know. That must be in the safe. 2 downstairs. Don't think I got any key combination. Alarm spin. Oh, I picked that up. Fire hardening treatment. Rampant hunger. Rampant hunger. Restrictor 5. Response 3. So that's probably it. So 5, 3, 6. So 2 rooms we can upgrade again. Visualize enemy routes and their current destination. Enemy routes and intended destination. Greater dark vision. See objects and security systems through walls. Cool. Yeah, let's go with that. Up here.
This heretic's body is important. Even though I don't fully understand the situation. We'll wait for the right overseer.
When should Byrne arrive?
He's engaged currently. He'll send someone else. Maybe Overseer Kandala. Until then, we stay where we are.
Will the heretic's corpse attract blood flies, brother?
No, I've dusted it already. We should be fine now. But mark me, anyone who shows up here has ill will and harm. Now no.
Just out of range. Funny stories from Circonos. Early one morning near dawn, Mercato's wife hears a knock at the door. It's one of Mercato's friends. "Where's my husband?" she asks. "He was supposed to be with you, picking up a case of Urban rum." "I'm sorry," says Mercato's friend, "but something horrible happened at the distillery. Mercato toppled headfirst into a barrel of rum and drowned." So the wife starts blubbering. "Oh, my love, he's gone. At least tell me it was a quick death." "I can't lie," says Mercato's friend. "He got out 3 times to piss." Sure. Oops. Ah.
That's Mindy Blanchard. That's it. The body Mindy sent me after.
Is there anything up further? Probably not. Okay. Two darts left. Okay. Okay, I think this is a way to bring the body, maybe. We're out of sleep darts. Didn't need to do that. Secret date. Amadeo, meet me in our usual place tomorrow night. Be sure to bring the drawings we talked about. Okay. Not a lot else in here. So let's head back up. Although there was a rune and charm down on the ground floor, I think there's a lot of people down there, so take a look around up here for now. Nothing that way. Blood flies. Some nice haul of things. To my brother, dear Emilio, I know what you'll say, but inside I'm dead already anyway, so I have to try it. So I sought out the old witch, and she said it wasn't too late to cheat death. I gave her all my coin for a spell to bring back my poor Elizabeth, who was as happy as a gull 1 minute, the next dead and cold. Here I write the awful spell the woman gave me. Only for Elizabeth's sake do I dare attempt it. 4 fingers, 2 fresh from you, and 2 cold and stiff from your departed dear. Place in a copper pot with whale's blood and the herbals I given ye. Boil it all while you speak the word reverse, until you can speak it no more. Emilio, if you don't hear again from me, it means that all hope is lost. Silvio. I wonder what is with all the heads. Right, so is this just a way to get that then? What's the point of coming over this way? Can we get in there? Yeah, a bit spooky. Not. Yeah, I wonder what they're about. Let's see. No, we can't. We can. Oh. Okay, I think we've got blood flies in this place. Where's that coming from? Okay, so
Sure, he knows how to talk with the boss. What a licksman.
these guys, I guess. Alright, so I can probably jump over there and get back through it. Wait, what?
He says keep alert. And I says she says I bet I should leave him. He says yeah, it's tight.
Maybe somebody found one of the bodies inside.
I'm bored. Oh no, don't let them bite you.
Yeah, hopefully all these blood flies have not come back. No, I think they're all gone, so. Cool. Right, where are we going? Black market shop might have more things to buy.
Huh? What? I'll be damned.
What happened here? I don't want to die. Help me! Someone protect me! Anyone!
Alright, so how am I supposed to transport a body without everybody seeing me? And where was that place?
All over my eyes.
Again?
Guards! Someone! What's going on here?
I wonder who that was.
What? Somebody's not feeling well.
Yes. They are scared because I'm holding a dead body. You say the rooftops, but
Still can, stranger.
Someone's been attacked!
You
take yourselves with any chance.
At the same time, how do you get to the rooftops? No, not that way. This way. Of course. She said to meet somewhere else, didn't she? There you go. That was the quick way in. Had I unlocked it. Alright, where did she say to go? Bring it body to basement under a nearby dentist office. Was that on the other side? Was that in the where I was? Yep. I think. Pay attention to the UI. Climbing is a good option, yeah. So we're over there. Okay.
Could be found across the Isles.
Of course.
If I saw Guile, my suspicions a little.
Whoa. One shot. Now, how far back is that? Not too far. Wrong one.
Tinctures, they can be kind of pricey.
How long is he gonna stand there for?
Feel safe.
Oh.
What is wrong with this city?
Huh? The ox and fish from the cold ocean. So let's see. What was
Okay. Anything here I missed? Excerpt from an overseer interrogation report. Brother Bernardus, where did you find those drawings? Accused, I made them, as I said. I'm an artist. Mostly newspaper advertisements. Brother Bernardus, these don't look like advertisements. They look like heretic nonsense intended to make your neighbour sick or bring back a loved one. Accused, nothing will dissuade you of these notions, I'm sure. So instead of wasting my breath, I'll give you some advice. Take a bath once in a while, overseer, and invest in some scented soaps, unless that's against one of the strictures. Conclusion. Apparently, the accused suffered from a weakened heart dying during the interrogation without providing anything further. His apartment on the canal should be searched for items or drawings of a profane nature. Alright, so where are we here? Okay.
I wonder who that was.
Cool. Who is saying that? Use the carriage. Okay, but we want to get down.
I told Miss Lucia Pastor that they wouldn't let us take the carriage.
Come on. Hey, you got him. Put it down in the hole. Good job. Take this.
I won't ask you why you needed that. So how do I get to Addermire?
I just sent one of my boys to turn off the power to the carriage rails. When the juice is off, you can walk along the rails and get where you need to go. On the other side, there's a station that will take you to Addermire.
Better than nothing. Thanks for your help.
Cool.
So now you've been paid, hit the road.
Fair enough. Okay. Seems like it's a graveyard, maybe?
That's it. The electricity's off.
Addermire Station? No one ever goes up there anymore.
Transfer you to the Dust District if you're looking for action, Sergeant.
No thanks, man. That's not what I'm saying. Why do we even need Grand Guard personnel here?
Addermire Institute has strategic...
Grand Guard soldiers. Lapdogs for the
like the Institute.
Okay. Probably won't get too far on this.
Coming from here. Let's see.
I'll check around here. Nothing here? Let's have a look around.
Did I imagine that? No, something feels wrong.
Shit.
Please, not today.
I should have listened to Mom and become a hairdresser.
All right. I think I'll call it there. Okay, I will stay here right now. Save and no shit.
Hey, who are you? Stop!
Okay, let's go and then we'll save. Yeah, I wonder. Okay, so there we go. No civilians, that's fine. Merciful didn't kill anyone. Nope. Ghostly never detected. Definitely not. More stealthy and more non-lethal. That's good. I want to go more in that direction. I missed a lot of things though. Okay, cool. So I will call it a night there. As soon as it loads in, assuming there's no cutscene or anything, we'll save and stop streaming.
The Addermire Institute of Infectious Disease. Alexandria Hypatia, chief alchemist. Once it was a solarium for recuperating aristocrats. Now it's a place of alchemical study. The Crown Killer's taking lives in my name. It has to be stopped. It's my hope that Hypatia can explain. They say she's brilliant and altruistic. Well respected across Zirconas.
Yeah, cool. So we'll save it here. Okay, when this stops, we'll save it. I think I'm going to have to invest in a graphics card because the current one is just not able to keep up with playing and streaming at the same time. So, yeah, thank you everybody for joining. I've had fun playing this. I've been more stealthy than I thought I have been in the past and in this playthrough. So, yeah, cool. Thank you and good night.